Here we are, halfway through the series, and it is now time to bring to the table the turning point of humanity's quantum understanding, which will be a turning point for yours as well. Indeed, this episode will introduce to you the most iconic quantum thought experiment, the one you may have heard of even if you were an absolute ignorant of quantum physics before this series, the great and well-named Schrödinger's cat experiment. This experiment was conceived in 1935 by Erwin Schrödinger and was designed to put forward the supposed absurdity of quantum physics. But instead of absurdity, Schrödinger understood that this thought experiment would have the potential to have a profound impact on your civilization's priorities. But unfortunately for you, it did not. Instead of rethinking the way you see things, you only use the result of the experiment to create a few gadgets, like MRI scanners, computers, the internet, or things even more useless and stupid, continuing your endless, absurd onward march, guiding you nowhere except further from the quantum world. So here it is, this life-revolutionary idea humanity ignored. If the macroscopic world is the world of facts, the quantum world is the world of probabilities, and these worlds are equally real. But your brain can't accept that, so you found a very appropriate term to explain the relation between these two worlds. You called it the theory of decoherence. This decoherence can be understood through the Schrödinger's cat experiment, so let me explain it to you briefly. First, you take a box. You put in it a radioactive detector containing radioactive atoms. Then you install a device that will trigger a poison as soon as one of the atoms disintegrates. The thing is, you have no way to know when the poison would be released, because an atom could randomly disintegrate any time from now to the next 10,000 years. Once your box is set up, you put a very much alive cat in it, give it some food and water, and then close the box. The experiment properly begins now. If you never open the box, you have to consider the cat alive and dead at the same time, because you have no way to know if the poison has been released. This cat could potentially stay in this superposed state forever. But if this box happened to be opened, this would represent what humans call decoherence. The cat would have a 50-50 chance of being either alive or dead. These are the probabilities that are forced to be collapsed into one fact. The macroscopic world is one coherent, simple world, with only one state for each object. Because of that, the probabilities can't outlive an environment where every object has one unique state. So decoherence happens when the cat is forced to be in a certain state, alive or dead when the box is opened. The results of the Schrödinger's cat experiment are confirmed by the equations, and it went beyond Schrödinger's expectations. Not only does it prove that quantum physics was not absurd, but it proved that superposition of states is real. The quantum world is the world of probabilities, whereas the macroscopic world is the world where these probabilities are collapsed into fact. The macroscopic world and the quantum world are two sides of the same world, and these sides are linked by your decoherence. But now is the true turning point of this story. This experiment was not only a thought experiment. As cruel as it sounds, Schrödinger took a real cat and decided to put it in a real box to make it feel life and death at the same time. Oh, don't be too quick to judge him. He wasn't the first to apply his thought experiment. Most thought experiments did really exist, and some were even more cruel. Plato did lock up a group of slaves in a cave. Philippa Foot did kill a few men for her experiment, the trolley problem. And Jean Buridan did starve a real donkey to demonstrate his Buridan's ass paradox. But for Schrödinger, the application of his thought experiment provoked something he didn't see coming. It gave birth to a totally new type of being, a cat between worlds, a cat that grasps life and death and all its states between. A cat shaped of all the probabilities. A cat that, despite all the suffering humans caused him, decided to try to help humanity to reach the quantum world. A cat that, despite all the disappointment, cruelty, and danger humanity has always represented, decided to give it one ultimate chance with this series.